welcome back. It's Patricia here, and today we are going to be talking about how to recognize good Feng Shui. Yes, and a quick reminder, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. And of course, hit that bell so that you will get notified every single time a new video gets released in my channel. So this really brings me back to recognizing good Feng Shui. A lot of people would have thought, and this is because of many misconceptions that have been put out there about Feng Shui, is that it is an aesthetic thing. So we may believe that when we come into a house that looks beautiful and is totally perfect and pristine and empty and has no clutter and is just like minimalist living, that's going to be good Feng Shui. Now, I am here to totally debunk that myth because it is not true. Honestly, over the years, we have, myself and my husband, and in my Powerhouse program, have Feng Shui'd and worked with thousands of people. The aesthetic of your home, 99% of the time, is not going to dictate the Feng Shui of it. So, you're maybe going, what? Well, I want to tell you a little bit about what is Feng Shui first, because Feng Shui is actually acupuncture for your home. It is all about making your home tap into the rhythm and flow of nature. So Feng Shui is very, very closely aligned with acupuncture, Taoism, and 5-element theory. And what that is all about is tapping in to being in flow so that things start to come to you and things start to flow and life becomes better, easier, more joyful, more money, more abundance. And when we translate Feng Shui into English, or just to kind of understanding the meaning of it, Feng Shui means good health and good harvest. So when we're Feng Shuiing somebody's home, my immediate desire is to make sure that the home has healthy occupants, that everyone's healthy in it. And sometimes a house can actually be depleting the vibrancy and health of the people living in it. And it's not the decor or the couch or the lucky bamboo that is depleting it. It's the actual fundamental energy, which is beyond what I can talk about here, but I'm just want you to understand it. And on the other side, it is about good harvest. And as I said, this is a 5,000-year-old practice. So something that's 5,000 years old certainly has a very, very, very distinct power if it's still around. And 5,000 years ago, people's abundance and prosperity and wealth came as they were farmers from the seeds that you sowed. So those, when you reap the seeds that you sow, that's the prosperity. So it's good health and good harvest and good and wealth, essentially. So we're talking about wealth and health. And the key signals for me about good Feng Shui in a home is that everybody in the house is very healthy, that things are going smoothly, that life is just like good and it feels good, that there's no friction or arguments. And you may be listening to the like, that's not realistic, like that is not realistic. And I'm not talking about, about living a perfect life, but like it is about being a life where just things work out and you're in this space of like everything working out. And that's what I see happens with my clients. And on the other side, for a house that is good Feng Shui, it's really about, oftentimes I'll know when I'm pulling into a driveway or into a house over the years, they have a nice car, they have nice clothes, the interior is nice. And the interior is nice and looks good because they've got money and there's prosperity in their life and they're able to upgrade and have the abundance that they desire and make the space feel good from an aesthetic perspective that suits them. But that's not necessarily an indicator of like good Feng Shui, as I said, but it is an indicator of the fact that their bank account is probably pretty healthy and they have an increasing bank account and they don't have to worry about money. They have this steady flow. So that is what I am looking for when it comes to good Feng Shui. And you may be thinking, wow, you're not talking about the stairs or the windows or the mirrors. They are all parts of the Feng Shui process, and you can even listen to my video that I talk about Feng Shui and mirrors. That'll give you a more explanation of like do's and don'ts of mirrors. And there are some do's and don'ts, but Feng Shui is about bringing that sense of flow into your life. Now, I have a quiz that I've created, and this quiz gives you an insight into the different types of houses, because believe it or not, there are 4 different house types, and each one of those house types is either supporting you or not supporting you. It's literally helping you or hurting you. When people come to realize the potency of this practice with Feng Shui, that it may not be you, and you may not need to have to work really hard to bring in what it is that you want, and your home could be blocking that success. They have a huge epiphany. So if you want to get a hold of doing that quiz, you can go to patricialohan.com/quiz. Now, you may be thinking, wow, well, what is the Feng Shui about? And what about those mirrors? And what about the stairs? Well, the stairs, so for example, if you open the front door and you see stairs in front of you, that is not ideal Feng Shui. But if I'm working with a client, and I've worked with hundreds of clients that have exactly this, you open the front door, the stairs is in front of them, they still have got amazing results implementing Feng Shui. So what I want you to do is to realize that even if there are some not ideal Feng Shui things, for example, the stairs in front of the door or a toilet located in a certain place, it doesn't mean that you're doomed. It doesn't mean that your Feng Shui is bad. It just means that we're going to have to counteract it or work with that aspect in another way. Now, if I was working with a client, which I've done in the past, where we're just starting from scratch with the pen and paper and a sketch pad of what their dream house looks like, I may recommend moving the stairs here or doing certain things. So don't worry about some of the things you've heard that could be bad Feng Shui. What I really want you to understand today is that good Feng Shui is all about looking at the lives of the people in the homes, and if they are healthy and happy and have a sense of flow and joy in their lives, there's typically a very good energy and good Feng Shui for them. And I say this in my video for people helping them to look for a new house. We want to know what's happening for the people that were living in the house. So if you want, you can go and check out my quiz or check out any of the other videos about kind of do's and don'ts of Feng Shui. But if you are in a position right now where things don't seem to be working for you, things are not flowing in the way that you want them to flow, you're not calling in the abundance or seeing the success that you know that you're destined for, there is something maybe off with the energy of your house that could be blocking it, and you are in the right place to get started. So come along. Check out that quiz, first of all. That will give you a huge indicator, and then come back and you can check out the rest of my videos to get started with Feng Shui. So I have an incredible guide for you that is a checklist that's going to show you room by room what exactly you can be doing to improve the flow of energy and activate Feng Shui in your home. This guide and checklist is usually just for my clients, so you're in luck that you'll be able to get it today as a gift from me. You can grab that guide at patricialohan.com/checklist, and that will move you through every single room to Feng Shui your space and get that flow of all the things that you want coming into your life, easy peasy. I hope you had a good insight to this. If you have any questions or comments, or if you can think of a home that brings those things to mind, that they definitely have good health and good wealth, just have a little think. Maybe you can think of that house and share with me. Or if you lived in a house like that, or what's it like for you? If you do the quiz, I'd love to hear your result as well. Thank you for being here.